Vice President Jaffe,
Present.
Director Lather,
Here.
Director LaHue,
I am here.
and President Christensen.
I'm not hearing anything.
Oh, you know what? Push the green button. Sorry. Sorry about that.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. So it's board members' opportunity to remove items from the consent agenda.
Nothing from me.
Can I just, there was one of the items on the consent was 4.1.0. I don't want to remove it unless it's necessary, but in the motion, it's missing a 0 on the amount for the allocation from OCR for security upgrades.
Okay.
It says 25,00. There's just missing a 0.
And if the board would like, when you approve the consent as is, we could do it as amended. If you, of course, if you prefer, we also can pull for 410. Thank you.
That's all. Whatever works. I just wanted to make sure that was
Just
corrected.
filled in that 0.
I don't see any reason to remove it. We'll just approve as amended. I'll make the motion.
Oh wait, we'll have
Public hearing,
public hearing.
public comment. Yeah.
Here.
There, is it working? Yeah, thank you. Okay, Steinbruner. I want to point out a few things on the consent agenda that I found of interest. On page 15, the water consumption is wonderfully low. And the district customers are doing a great job. I do note that it's 9.85% below what you have budgeted to bring in as money. So I'm sure that we'll be seeing some rate increases coming along the way. But it's hard for customers to swallow that when they've been conserving so hard. On page 23, item 4.6, I wonder what the change order number 4 with Black and Veatch was and how much the dollar amount was. Page 44, item 4.10, the office security. I want to tell you that as a member of the public, the security upgrade is rather uncomfortable for the public visiting the office. I was there recently and I had to stand in the doorway holding the door open, and that's not comfortable for the customers, and it's not very energy efficient for winter time or summer cooling. So I don't know if it's been changed. It's been about 6 weeks ago, I guess I was there. And it's not very comfortable for the public. On page 47, item 4.12, the extension of the contract with Montgomery. I think a 5-year contract is too long, and I think it should be put out to bid and to invite the contractors that Santa Cruz City works with. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, any comments from board members? Okay, then I guess we should go for a motion here.
I'll move approval as amended.
Second?
I think it's all in favor, right?
No, we have to do.
With Tom, yeah, roll call. So Vice President Jaffe,
Yes.
Director Lather,
Yes.
Director LaHue,
Yes.
and President Christensen.
Yes. All right. So, we're at item 5.0, oral and written communications. This is an opportunity for members of the public and board members to make comment on items that are not addressed in the agenda.
Thank you, Becky Steinbrenner. I was happy to see Director Daniels' letter of resignation included in correspondence, and I appreciated that was included for transparency. And again, I wish him well. I really do. I want to provide to your board, I'm going to hand a copy to Ms. Western here and ask that she copy and make it available to all of you. These are documents that I think your board needs to review. I'm reviewing a lot of documentation around the Pure Water Soquel project and all of its modifications and all of the public comment that has come in over the time since the EIR was first certified in 2018. And there are two documents that I've come across that are really gave me pause, and I think you should review them as well. The first one is a technical report from Haley and Aldrich. This was the hydrology company that Cabrillo College asked to do an independent analysis of the possible impacts of the injection well, which ended up going into Twin Lakes Church, but at the time it was a possibility it could go on Cabrillo College property. And Cabrillo was worried about how it might affect their private wells. This is a very good report. And it's good, in my opinion, for a lot of reasons, because it questions the placement of the injection wells, all of them. And it compares the effects of that placement with what has been done in Orange County and questions the effectiveness of the project's goal. I'd like you to review this. The second document is comment that was submitted on the EIR from Dr. Jude Todd. She is a retired now UCSC professor. She researched and read the EIR very thoroughly, and she provided your board with a lot of very well-informed, educated comment on issues that I think merit review again. So I'd like to give both of these documents to Ms. Western when I finish my comment and ask that it be given to each of the board members and be made part of the public correspondence. The next thing I'd like to ask is I see no, well, let me go to a different topic. The new director search needs to have financial expertise. You all are great water scientists, but you know what you're asked to do is about money. And I really think it would behoove the board to focus on finding someone with good financial expertise that can look at these figures and help you all. And then the last thing I'll say to wrap up is I'm curious about the Quail Run tank. When will it ever happen? Thank you.
Please be respectful of the time.
Oh, yes, I always am. Thank you.
Any comments from the board?
When you distribute the comments from the UCSC professor, could you please also distribute how those are responded to by ESA in the EIR?
Sure. And also, I'll just note, we are very well aware of those documents. They're, old, really, and they've been reviewed very thoroughly, and all things have been taken into consideration.
Thank you.
Dr. LeHue? Dr. LeHue?
I'm good.
You're good? Okay. Well, we'll take your comments under consideration, but I remember them from years ago. Just so you know, we're not completely unaware of them already. Oh, hi, you are?
I'm Ilga Selmans, and I just wanted to introduce myself. I'm going to hopefully apply for the director position. And I recognize, well, everybody here because I'm on the water cost, committee.
Committee?
Yeah.
Great, yeah.
And just want to introduce myself. And I've been to very few other meetings, but to a meeting to see how it goes. I look forward to talking to you guys at a future date. Thanks.
Thank you. Just so you know, this is a pretty light meeting scheduled.
Very light. Don't get the wrong impression.
But since we've got a project and we're pushing to get it done on deadline, as close to the deadline as possible that we set for ourselves, there's not a whole lot of other decision making right now. All right, then we're moving on to 7.1. Request approval of an unconditional will serve.
Isn't there a district council oral
Oh,
report
yes.
first?
Oh, is there a, oh, sorry.
But that's okay, President Christensen. I think you read my mind. I actually don't have a report this evening, but I'm happy to answer any questions that the board may have. Thank you.
All right. Was it on the agenda?
On the agenda, but not
Oh, okay, sorry
in the
about that.
packet.
Yeah. Cruising through that. What, does anyone have any questions? Dr. Lehue?
No, I just saw it on the agenda. Just was it.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay, then we'll move to 7.1, will serves, which is a project for an unconditional will serve that requires board approval because of the size of the meter. Is that correct?
That's right. So this came to the board already back in 2022. And this is an all affordable housing project on Park Avenue, close to the freeway, Highway 1. And they are moving very fastly through the county's process, and they are ready for an unconditional will serve letter. This project doesn't necessarily require any district infrastructure to serve. They will front Park Avenue, and they will just have service lines coming off to it. It'll have one master meter and a fire service and a fire hydrant. But all those can be administered at the staff level. So if there's any questions, I'm more than happy. They're 36, very small. I think they're less than 500 square feet each.
400.
I think, is it considered a transitional, is this the transitional housing?
I think that's how they,
It's a home key project.
Yeah, it's probably needed in a section of the woods here. So, any questions from the public?
Thank you, Becky Steinbrenner. I remember when this first came to your board, and President Christensen, that was your comment. Like, they seem very small, and they are. The units are very small, and it's an interesting project because it's a modular built apartment complex. There will be really no landscaping at all. But because it is a project, home key funded project, as Director Jaffe said, I wonder if it's possible for your district to request that there be additional water saving devices built into the units, double plumbing, anything at all, because now there is no water demand offset fee that is being charged this project. And so conservation still needs to be happening. But without the water demand offset fees to fund your district doing them, I think it is incumbent upon the builders to incorporate those water conservation measures into the building design. So I respectfully request that your district make the builder aware of this. They are really moving quickly. But the county does have a conditional what's it called? Conditional permit or something where the county is involved. And I know you have a good relationship with the county. And so I respectfully request that you try to get some sort of conservation measures in terms of building, water conservation, because there really is no landscaping at all that would offer conservation measures. But some type of groundwater recharge would be helpful. Thank you.
Thank you. You want to comment on that for a second?
Sure, I'll comment on that. Thank you. I think that's a great idea. And if you look at our water use efficiency requirements that the board has continually led the charge on, that indoor and outdoor requirements, you can see that we already have built in ahead of what the state, we've always been leaders, the district has, in conservation measures, and those are baked into our requirements, again, indoor and outdoor. And the fact that they not having outdoor is just more evidence of what I would call water savings. And I think the proof's in the pudding. Just look at our per capita water use. So not only in new development, which is even more efficient, but the existing development through, our water demand offset program that kind of reached the end of its life. So rest assured, it'll be efficient water use in that complex.
That's what I would have expected, all brand new fixtures. Any comments from the board?
Just one on the space. I went back to February 15th of 2022 when this came up, and it does talk about there's a community center, so there is some shared space. 400 square feet does seem small.
And Carla, when you speak, could you speak a little closer to your microphone? I'm having trouble hearing you.
Sure. Yeah. That's in inches. The trouble is the seat's too high for me to squish in very easily.
Want me to lower it?
Get ready.
Hope.
I was gentle.
Yeah. Oh, I see it. There's some shorter people on the city council. No, just less tall people. Okay. Well, this is a long overdue project, so I think we're ready for a vote on this.
I'll make the motion to approve.
I'll second.
Vice President Jaffe,
Yes.
Director Lather,
Yes.
Director LeHue,
Yes.
and President Christensen.
Yes. Okay. Well, that was very quick, but we're moving into, I think it's item 8, closed session. And members of the public are permitted to comment on the closed session if they wish.
Thank you, Becky Steinbrenner. Again, I want to say I don't like having to take the legal action that I have and am taking, but it is the only option open to anyone who wants to challenge an environmental action. And again, I really feel that the changes to the Pure Water Soquel project have been many and significant. And I really feel that there should have been subsequent EIRs put out for public review with a certain noticed amount of time and a scheduled public hearing. They got none of that. And it gives the impression to the public that, well, certainly we know you're streamlining things because of the deadline related to funding, but it also gives the impression to the public, which I don't think you want, that you're hiding things or that you don't care about the public's comment or that you're just trying to cut corners for the sake of getting the thing done and pushed out the door. None of which I think is true, but by not doing this, subsequent EIR and noticed public hearings, it has in effect done all of that in the public's eye. And I'm speaking for many. So what I ask is that you just know that the action I've taken is on behalf of many. I'm taking it for public benefit. And I would like you to go down to the Laurel Street Bridge and watch for the swallows. Like I said last time, they're not there. And I would like you to take a good hard look at the connection of the conveyance pipe at that bridge, how it has disturbed the levee, and what will happen in another large flood. Thank you.
Okay, we're in adjournment here of the public meeting.